I'm going to make a very broad, exciting statement about what's going on, everybody. Schuyler Diehm here, men's fitness coach, and in today's video we are diving into the controversial topic of alcohol. Now, alcohol is one of those things where there's a lot of mystique around how it impacts the body, how it impacts weight loss. And so in this video, I really want to talk about, what is the actual effects of alcohol? Should you avoid it? Can you have some? And if you can have some, how can you do it in a way that's a little bit more effective, right? A little bit more helpful for your goals. And before we get into it today, if you are interested in learning how we help our clients massively reduce the difficulty and just simplify the process of weight loss, check the link in the description for our free guide on how we help our clients lose weight with awareness and mindfulness, fasting, and fitness. It's a really powerful combination, and we walk you through exactly why it's so effective and how you can use it to see incredible results. So with that being said, I'm going to make a very broad, exciting statement about alcohol that's kind of going to shift things for a lot of you, and it's that alcohol is a macronutrient. Now, a lot of people don't know this. When they think of macronutrients, they think of fats, they think of carbs, they think of proteins. Well, alcohol is technically a macronutrient of its own. And just like any other macronutrients, there are calories that go to it, and there's a specific way that it interacts with your body. Now, as you probably know, alcohol is not the greatest for your body. No one who's drinking heavily has an incredible life and is super healthy, right? But alcohol is actually treated like a poison by your body. Now, we're taking in poisons and toxins all the time, right? But our body's job is to be able to effectively and safely push them out as long as they're not overwhelmingly toxic. And so basically how alcohol interacts with the body is when you drink, your body completely halts using carbs, fats, and proteins. Your body completely halts digesting everything else. It completely halts the burning of body fat, the burning of glucose, and the burning of other macronutrients. And so just like any other poison, alcohol cannot be stored by the body. We can't use it, right? Whereas with carbs, with proteins, with fats, our body can utilize that in different ways. With alcohol, our body's job is to just get it to the liver so the liver can cleanse it right away. And so if we look at this from a very straightforward standpoint, what I would say is there's 4 specific reasons of why alcohol impacts weight loss, how it impacts weight loss. So number 1 is it stops burning stored fat. Right? And that's going to be the most important, is if your body is in fat burning mode, if you're in ketosis, if you are after a great workout and your body's basically burning through calories, burning through macros, burning through glucose, all of that's going to stop. Okay, so you could be doing the right things with exercise, with eating right, and putting your body in that fat burning mode. But if your alcohol timing is off when you're right in the middle of that stage, you're basically leaving a lot of other fat burning out on the table. Now, as far as health goes, there is a study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. And this is really interesting because when we think about alcohol, we think that it's really bad, right? We think that anyone, if you drink even just the slightest amount of alcohol, it's toxic for you, it's poison, it's not healthy. But this study found that moderate drinkers were 20% less likely to die from any cause. Now, there is a little asterisk there. There is no note of other lifestyle factors. So these drinkers could have been super healthy, whereas the people who weren't drinking could be, smoking and overeating and having all this unhealthy stuff. But it's a really interesting perspective, especially when you get into the antioxidants that are in things like wine and how some alcohol can have a positive impact on you. Not to mention the stress factors, right? Like if you're having a really good day and you come home and you have a nice glass of wine and you're in a great relaxed mood while you have it, it's probably going to be more healthy for you than if you come home, you sit on the couch and you're super stressed, not eating anything while just watching a TV show. Now, of course, that line is there, right? When you move from moderate drinker to heavy drinker, that's when there's a drastic increase in risk of death. That's when there's a risk of obesity. Like all these things start to shift when you move from light or moderate to heavy. So number 1, alcohol stops the burning of stored fat. Now, number 2 is there's actually been studies out there that have shown that moderate intake of alcohol can actually have an inhibitory effect on leptin. Now, leptin is more of the satiation hormone, right? The one that makes you feel full. And so what you've probably noticed if you had a night out drinking is you drink a lot and then you come home and you just want to eat a lot. You want to order a pizza, you want to go get something from the fridge, you want to have ice cream, you want to drink more, right? There's an effect where when you have that, it just your cravings go up, your hunger goes up, and you're more likely to actually consume more food. And then again, if we remember, if we're in that drunken state and our body's processing alcohol, if we eat more food, we're more likely to store that food as fat rather than having our body be able to work through it. Along with that, if we look into number 3, it would be that alcohol impacts sleep quality. All right, I've gone into sleep in one of my previous videos, but if you're not getting deep sleep every night, you're leaving a lot of fat loss on the table, right? Deep, restful sleep, putting in REM sleep, going to the stage 4, stage 3 sleep is what allows your metabolism to pick up and to really recover, right? To really allow you those benefits of fat loss. Whereas if you're not going into those stages, even if you black out, right, and you're asleep for 10, 12 hours, you're still not in those healthy recovery stages. And so again, it could stop the burning of fat. And then number 4, if we're looking at this from a very holistic lens, besides how it changes macros, how it changes your metabolism, drinking obviously also leads you to making poorer decisions. You're more likely to eat a whole pizza after drinking than if you were just sober and in a clear mental state. And so what do we do with this information? Number 1, I would say the form of alcohol that you're consuming matters. If you're having a wine, a conventional wine is most likely going to have added sugar. If you're having a mixed drink with added sugar, your body's definitely more likely to store fat. Whereas if you're having a bourbon or you're having something that's maybe an organic wine without added ingredients, it's probably going to have a bit of a better effect on your body. And then along with that, if you do decide to drink, so make the smart choices, avoid the super carby beers, avoid any alcohols that are highly processed. Also try not to eat a lot after drinking. Now I know this can be tough for someone, but if you're having a drink, let's say during the weekday and you're just having a glass of wine or a glass of bourbon, it may be a good idea to have it after dinner so that you're not consuming anything else after and your body can work through it effectively. Now, I'm just going to get real with you here. It really depends on what you're looking to achieve from the process of losing weight. If you are in full weight loss mode, you're willing to do whatever it takes, my best recommendation is to cut out alcohol. I got in the best shape of my life when I did 75 hard. I wasn't drinking alcohol as part of it. And obviously I was eating healthier too, but there was nothing interacting with my body that way. However, if you're really looking to enjoy the process and make sure it's sustainable and make sure there's no kickback, it's okay to drink every once in a while. Just make smart choices, time it the right way, and just don't do it every single night or drink in excess, right? Because the truth is that if you're working on losing weight, the people who don't drink are going to more effectively lose the weight than the people who do. So that's really what this all comes down to, right? Make smarter choices with the alcohol you drink. Try to time it in a way where you're not overeating after you drink. And of course, just moderate. Moderate. So I'm curious below. Number 1, do you drink? And if so, what's your favorite drink, right? I myself do drink, right? I cut it out for 75 hard, but I love a glass of bourbon every now and again, and it's something I really do enjoy. I'm okay with having a little extra body fat. I'm okay with not walking around with 6% body fat all the time if it means I can enjoy life. And that's really the philosophy I like to work with. So if you are interested in hearing more about what we do, again, make sure you check the description for a link to a breakdown of our process. And besides that, make sure to subscribe if you're looking for more awesome videos. Comment below if you have any questions or are looking for any video ideas. And besides that, make sure, as always, to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.